Welcome back, squad, to another Crypto Monday. And today we're going to talk about the Bakkt Exchange. The Bakkt Exchange is a digital asset exchange founded by the New York Stock Exchange. And if you aren't aware, the New York Stock Exchange has been around since 1817. So all of the connections that the New York Stock Exchange has with investors, corporations, and other companies around the world will hopefully transfer over to the Bakkt Digital Asset Exchange. Now, a lot of people are seeing this as a major opportunity for crypto growth in value and in volume. So we're going to talk about that today and where things are headed. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let's dive in. So before we get into the full details of the funding round and what that may mean for crypto, let's do a full introduction on the Bakkt platform. Bakkt plans to enter the cryptocurrency market with an open platform for all manner of cryptocurrency services, including trading and warehousing. What sets Bakkt apart from the pack is its backers and its founding company. Bakkt is a product of the same company that spawned the vaunted New York Stock Exchange, and it plans to enter the market with the support of a self-described marquee of big names, including BCG, Microsoft, and Starbucks. Simply put, it's institutional investment geared toward creating more institutional investment. We're going to take a look at what Bakkt is, what it plans to do, and what the market is saying about this potentially game-changing entity. In August 2018, Bakkt's parent company, Intercontinental Exchange, released a statement announcing its intention to use Microsoft's cloud service Azure to create an open and regulated global ecosystem for digital assets. This new company, dubbed Bakkt, would start right off the bat with the inclusion of federally regulated markets and auxiliary services like warehousing. It would even feature Bitcoin to fiat conversions, a feature that is rare on cryptocurrency exchanges and one of the major differentiators between market movers and also RANs. In total, Bakkt expects to serve a digital marketplace that moves $270 billion per year. All right, so that's a decent description of the exchange, and what they're aiming to be is efficient, seamless, and secure, which, I mean, several exchanges have tried to be as secure as possible. We're going to see how that goes. Now, let's move over to the funding round now that we have a good description of what the Bakkt platform is all about. Now, Kelly Loeffler, she is the CEO of Bakkt, and she is announcing that the first funding round has completed at $182.5 million with 12 partners. Okay, so the partners and investors in the first round include Boston Consulting, CMT Digital, Eagle 7, Galaxy Digital, etc., etc. So lots of companies are involved. And this is super exciting for crypto right now. Now, there is some other awesome news here, I believe, in this article here. So I'm just going to read this paragraph because this is a pretty big deal. Also today, ICE separately announced in a notice that the firm expects to provide an updated launch timeline in early 2019 for the trading, clearing, and warehousing of the Bakkt Bitcoin USD daily futures contract. In late November, the long-awaited digital assets platform stated that it was targeting January 24th, 2019 as a launch date pending CFTC approval. Now, we are still waiting for that approval to happen, and hopefully that goes through. If not, we may see some more difficulties and delays. But they've been talking about this for a little while now, and they completed the funding round. So now that they have the money, I don't see what's really gonna stop them from
getting this in play. I mean, if it just has to do with regulatory review, they're stating here, we have filed our applications and the timing for approval is now based on the regulatory review process. So once that's done and it's approved, boom, they have the money, they can set things up, it's on its way, and crypto will probably, not financial advice, see a pump. So this is super interesting news, and like you see here, they're aiming for January 24th. Now, in the past, have we ever seen deadlines hit, 100% accurately on the dates that they're projecting? No. Usually there's a delay or a several month delay, but it's interesting news in any case. So if we get an update, around January 24th, then at least we have something to shoot for. We have something to expect. We have something to look forward to, right? So yeah, this is gonna be interesting because if this approval does go through, like I said, they have the money and they're gonna be well on their way to establishing this platform. And it looks like they already got a solid plan on how to get everything rolling. So they're going to be using Microsoft Azure for their vehicle. Basically the devices to run the whole exchange, which is going to be freaking neat. And they're talking about institutional investment. Will it bring mainstream acceptance? Personally, I think it will because, or more so at the very least, because they have a massive clientele from the New York Stock Exchange. And if you put Bakkt right next to it and say, hey, here's digital assets, this is the new thing that's, happening right now. Maybe you want to put some money in here. It's higher risk, but higher reward, right? I definitely think there's going to be some players from the New York Stock Exchange side that are going to switch it up and be like, okay, instead of putting 80% of my portfolio into stocks, let's take 20% of that 80 and pop it into digital assets and see if we can get a higher reward back, right? You never know. But it all depends. I definitely think though that we'll see some movers onto the Bakkt exchange. And then the next question is do we see more whales, right? More people with more money that can fluctuate the market for cryptos. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thing in any case, and it's definitely something that we want to keep our eyes on, So with that said, let's dive into a fun fact about China and crypto. And as always, guys, if you have any questions about my thoughts, opinions, or want me to review one of your comments, just leave it down in the comments below and I will get back to you as soon as possible. So now here's a fun fact with China and crypto that I read up earlier today. Now, 63% of Chinese respondents think Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies are unnecessary. Now, this is interesting because immediately when I read this, the first thing that I think is, okay, so 63% think that cryptocurrencies are unnecessary. Well, what about the remaining percentage, right? So that's 37% of Chinese respondents think that cryptocurrencies are necessary. So that's the way we want to look at these things, because that's a massive percentage. Okay. Now, a recent survey conducted by Chinese blockchain news site Pan News made some interesting conclusions. Namely, overall, 63% of 4,200 people surveyed think cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin are unnecessary as a payment system. However, 40% would consider investing in cryptos. So that means a portion of that 63% would also consider investing in cryptos, because 40% and 63% just don't add up. So about 14% of the people surveyed had invested in cryptocurrencies already. The majority of the people who were interested or invested were born after 1990. So you hear that, guys? Millennial game. Like, that's it. We're involved. We're heavily involved in this, and it drives a solid interest. So the survey broke the 4,200 valid questionnaires down by age group, discovered that the majority of those who are invested in cryptocurrencies in China's investment community were born in the 1990s. Of the 372 people who indicated that they understood blockchain well, the majority were born after 1995. Now, enough of this. We need to go right into the heavy facts. Now, out of the people overall surveyed, 40% indicated that they would like to invest in cryptocurrency. While it is currently legal to possess cryptocurrency in China, the legality of buying and selling it has been questionable for years. The ICO crackdown of 2017, in which ICOs were banned and several crypto exchanges were shut down, pretty much spelled the end of the crypto markets in China. Still, Chinese interest in cryptos remains high, and there are plenty of exchanges through which Chinese can still access crypto markets. The Great Firewall has never actually stopped anyone in China from accessing the rest of the world's cyber resources, only made it difficult. All right, so fun facts. I like seeing things like this because it tells me that 37%, I think it was, 37% of Chinese respondents during the survey of 4,200 people, said that they would invest in cryptocurrencies. This is that's awesome news. That's a massive percentage than what it was like last year or the year before. I mean, it wasn't really that well known back then, right? But now it's moving up in the ranks, especially because of January of 2017, or sorry, 2018. That massive pump that happened of December 2017 was mental, So anyways, fun facts. Now, again, if you guys have any questions about any of this awesome content, let me know, because I would love to dive into it. And as always, I wish you guys a fantastic new year. If you guys have some wicked resolutions that you want to pop into the comments, let me know. I know that I'm going to be focusing on increasing this quality of my videos and this studio and creating better content for you guys. All right, so thank you guys so much for tuning in today, and as always, stay regular. If you enjoyed the content today, help me make a better you. Subscribe.